Hello, hello, hello.
Hi, hi.
Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Cut to the
To the
Field.
fields. Let's go.
Let's get it. Before we do our little intros and catch up, we would like to introduce another guest to Cut to the
Mhm.
Fields, my dear friend, cinephile, if I may. She is awesome at doing her analyses. She puts me on all these different movies and shows. She, the analytical queen, if I may. My friend Helina.
Woo!
Hey. Hello.
Welcome, welcome.
Hey. Thank you. Thank you for having me. It's truly an honor. It's been a long time coming, I think.
It's been a long time coming. We would like to thank you for being such a big fan.
Yeah,
Your
Course.
support, your excitement fuels us.
Yeah.
yes.
And so we're really excited that you're here.
Oh my god, I'm excited to be here.
This is really good.
It's an
And we
honor
also
to have
watched
you here.
the movie together.
Yes.
Did not think this was going to be the movie that we were going to review, but right when we were done watching it, we were like, "This is the one."
Yeah.
So we're excited to talk about that. But before we get to the movie, let's talk about our week. Sis, how was your week? How has the past actually couple of weeks been for you?
It's been good. Again, nothing crazy happening. We usually like to talk about the weather, so it's been rainy lately. I noticed we referred to the weather and the seasons, so it's been rainy, but loving the warmer weather. Work has been good. Life has been lifing, feeling like myself again. And yeah, just like enjoying outdoorsy activities, trying to get into pickleball. Did some of
Exciting.
that the other day. Yeah. Yeah, nothing crazy. How's it going for you, Helena? How's your past week been?
My week's been good. Weather's getting warmer here
Mm.
in Virginia. Oh wait, but it was raining a lot
It
kind of this
was, we
past
had
week.
a couple of days of rain, but like
Some flood warnings.
yesterday and today, it's
Oh,
been hot.
hmm
really?
Hot.
So we might have made it out of the deep end.
Yeah.
Oh,
Summer's here.
Summer is officially here
I
in
think
my book.
so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm calling it.
yeah.
Um,
You heard it here first, folks.
Yeah.
Yes.
it's been decided.
Yes.
Summer. Like High School Musical too.
Yeah. Summer.
Summer.
Summer. Sis, you wouldn't get it. You're gonna get it soon when you watch
You
High School
know,
Musical.
yeah, Helena, I
Oh,
haven't watched High School Musical, and
I know.
a
High
little late, aren't you?
I am a late bloomer in a lot of things, honestly, but
Damn.
not just I watched Harry Potter for the first time last year as well,
Oh my
but
god.
yeah, no, it's, I'm sorry in
Hmm.
advance, but the high
She's
school they
catching
filmed
up.
it at,
Yeah.
it's, like, 10 minutes away from my house.
You know she lives in Salt Lake City, and
Hmm.
she
Yeah.
sees the High School Musical at high
Oh, that's
school.
right. It
Yeah.
wasn't
It
Utah.
would be cool, but
East
it
High.
did nothing for me. I just was like, "Okay." Like, no
Yeah.
emotions, no nothing, and I need to fix that, so
It's okay.
TBA for that.
The power of streaming services, it's always there. It's
Right.
always gonna be there.
Oh,
No
we
matter
know
what.
it. Yeah,
Zac Efron will be there for you
Indeed.
for me.
in his prime. Yeah. Ooh,
In spirit.
hello.
Yeah.
Was that his prime? Yes. Well,
Actually,
a little after
no.
that, like 17 again, I
I
feel
still
like
think
was
he's in
his
his
prime.
prime. I don't think he'll ever grow out of his prime. I'll always be
Sis.
there for you, Zach.
Wait,
If
girl.
you're
Wait, wait,
listening.
wait, 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 wait.
Oh, we can't. Oh, can I
Wait.
not mention him
No,
by
no, no.
name?
I'm saying wait, as in like I don't agree with you. But
Oh, well.
but anyways,
I
we
said, is
we
he listening?
we he
He's
is.
gonna copyright. Yeah,
He is.
he's gonna send a cease and desist. Oh my god,
Yeah, no, he'll
be
send us
honored.
like an autograph picture.
Please,
Anyways.
Zach, if you're out there.
Um
Love you.
Oh,
oh, okay, so my week.
Yeah.
My week has been pretty good, honestly. It's been work has been like calming down, and that has given me more time to do more personal life stuff. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. It's
I think
been
it's good.
I think it's a good thing, yeah.
it's
It's
good in
always
the sense
good.
that yeah, like there's always room for improvements. No, but it's honestly been nice to like sit back and be like, okay, what do I want to do now? And like catch up on shows and things like that. I actually
Mm.
recently watched Ted Lasso. Lovely.
Oh, is it
Lovely,
good?
lovely, lovely, lovely.
Wow,
I
Apple TV
really
has
enjoy
the
it.
juice.
Yes, I
Mm.
recently got Apple TV and I'm really enjoying it. But yeah, no, honestly, it's been exciting. It's been a lot more time to like catch up with old friends and things like that. So I've had a good time. It's been a good couple of weeks. And again, the weather. subscribe.
Get into it.
Exactly.
Right here.
All right, so Helena, before
Oh.
we get into the movie and start breaking it down, we want our viewers to get to know you a little bit.
What? Stop. Okay.
All
I'm an
right.
open book.
All right.
Love
So Helena will take turns asking you questions, right? So I'll start.
Okay.
So Helena,
Oh.
what's something totally random you're obsessed with right now?
Oh no.
Totally random.
Totally random?
Yes.
Totally random. Oh my god. I'm already blinking. You know what? Oh, I just heard my echo. I think something totally random that I've been obsessed with is, I'll say, oh, you know what? Yeah, I'll go with this one. My parents' old camcorder. That's pretty random, isn't it?
Oh.
I like. Oh my god. I like put myself to the like on a project, or essentially I was basically trying to like revitalize it or revive it. I was trying to find like a compatible charger, a new battery for it. It was a whole thing. I was on Amazon like every week for it, trying to just bring her back to life, and I failed.
Oh.
But listen, I managed to get it working at some point. My mom and I got to watch some old home videos. It was really cute. But now she's dead again.
That's a win.
That is a win.
Yeah, that's
So yeah, that was like my hyperfixation for a good while. I just found it one day and I was like, you know what? Let me invest all of my energy into this camcorder. But yeah, maybe that's not really random. It's like kind of a nice story.
That is
I don't know.
so
Am I the only
true.
one answering? I've been put to the
if you want to hop in, something random.
You know, I feel like we were put on the spot, Helena. Very.
Sorry, yeah. I had to deflect. I had to deflect.
Yeah.
I was like,
No, I
this is
love
not
that.
Why are
going.
you projecting your problems on us?
Literally, that's usually Mary's job to kind of delegate those questions.
Hello. You know what? You don't have to answer. I got this.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
let me think.
But yeah, no,
think
like
of
let's
something.
think.
If there is something we can.
I'm trying to think of more things too.
Something random.
Mm.
Oh, my little hyponic garden.
Hey, okay.
So I did one round. Shout out to my friend Bricky who bought that for me. I did so I like it's right now the only teeth that I have are different kinds of lettuce, which is not super exciting. But it actually is because once it like really grows out, like I get to like harvest it and like have like a little mixed salad.
Yeah.
That's fun. But I was on a work trip recently and I forgot to like refill the water.
Yeah.
And so it all died.
Oh.
So I'm gonna start again.
Right.
Actually I was supposed to do it yesterday, but too many things are going on. But that's been really exciting, honestly.
Yeah.
Like literally being like, I want a sandwich, and then like going and then cutting a piece of lettuce and
That's
it up.
awesome.
Very
yeah.
empowering. I feel like that's
Girl
random.
boss.
How about
Okay,
you?
Nora Smith, love it.
Hey, Nora Smith. Have a
From
fun, Nora
Flash.
Smith. Period.
Okay. I think for me, I don't know if you're on social media like that, Helena. I know Mary, you're not,
She
but
is.
like
I definitely am, yeah.
okay.
I was like quiet. I'm very chronically online.
Okay.
So don't worry.
There's this page where her name is Ali Queeks, I think, and she just makes like the cutest little wholesome plates
Oh, I don't
of
know that.
food. Like it's just very well balanced.
Oh.
And then she actually makes the plates that she eats on. So she's gonna be like she signs
Ooh.
her name on the back of the plates.
That's awesome, yeah.
So like I like putting my food together just the way she does it, and I'm trying to make plates sometime soon as well. Like I want to make my own plates so I can use them to eat.
That's
So
a good
kind of-
answer.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's kind of my
I love that.
fixation. Okay, next question. What's your go-to I'm bored activity?
TikTok?
TikTok? Sleeping. No.
No,
Go
because
to
her,
I'm
that's
bored
valid.
activity. Actually, going on a walk, I think. That's my I'm bored activity. Just like,
That's probably the
you
healthiest
know,
activity I've ever heard.
yeah, just like going outside, touching some grass, getting that fresh air, taking it all in.
We've bumped into each other on walks before.
I've bumped
No,
into your
really?
dad. Your dad stays on a walk. Like he
stays
is
walking.
yeah.
He stays walking.
Like I have like at least 2 pictures of Minu just walking.
Yes.
Like, okay, King. Oh my god, love him.
so funny.
He's
He
where
gets
I
his steps in.
yeah, I aspire to be that. But yeah,
Yeah.
I guess that's my go-to I'm bored activity, just going on a walk when I really have nothing to do.
Mm,
Um, if I'm being lazy, yeah, maybe just trying to surf a streaming site, see if there's anything to watch. But you know what? I'll go with a walk. I like walking,
yeah,
especially
that's
now
a
because
great
it's
one.
warmer. I can
Mm,
start getting back into it.
mm.
Mm.
Period. Ooh.
Yeah,
Okay, sorry,
same.
we're not gonna answer because we have to keep pushing because we have
Yeah,
another
yeah.
game after
Sorry.
this.
Oh my
Yeah.
god. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's.
Okay.
Okay. Speed run.
What movie do you quote
Oh
way too
my
often?
god. I was like speed run and I have to think of a movie. I quote so many movies. Oh my gosh. Okay. Mm. Okay. Some movies I do quote
Mm.
way too often. Fast and the Furious, that franchise. Any
Did
lines
not see
by
that coming.
Yeah, at all.
no, like, I'm so serious. Like my best friend, shout out Satana, she put me on to those movies, and we quote those movies all the time. Vin Diesel's character, Dom, anything he says, we
Family is
make it
first.
family.
Yeah,
Right?
family.
Better hide your baby oil. You know that one? Like, you better hide that big ass forehead. That one, like, we quote a lot.
Oh yeah.
Anything, just anything they say, we just don't care. It's so funny to us. We just quote it 1,000 times. Oh, another one. Elvis, Austin Butler's version.
I couldn't
I've not
finish
watched it.
it.
You know, it's
I'm so sorry. I
it's
couldn't
tough.
finish it.
But listen, like the amount of times I quote that movie as well, just Austin's performance. You know what? He should have won. Sorry, he should have won that
Oh.
Oscar. I think if you
Who
put
won that year?
Brendan for The Whale,
That was a good
Mm,
movie too.
it
So
was.
I'm not mad.
I
Both
just kind
had
of
a
felt for
physical
Austin.
transformation element.
Mm,
Austin literally like made Elvis his whole thing. Like for how many years?
yeah.
I'm just
He
like
really.
he went for it.
This is what
Hey,
dreams are made of.
yeah, the
Yeah.
Elvis
But
movie.
it didn't work. The dreams were not made.
You know what? He still has time. He's still young.
Wait,
There's a
so
lot
do
of
you
stuff
do you really
happening.
think that he was like so into Elvis for so many years that he's like he sounds like Elvis now?
I
It's
mean,
method
maybe.
acting, no? You become the character.
I mean, I feel like it was just like for the press, right? Like for the bit. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
I low key hope it's a bit
I think it
because
is. Like,
I'm
there's
like
no way.
not. I shouldn't say that's crazy. It's his art. That's maybe he's just a method actor, but that's a little.
But then it happens. Like he's not the first person to ever like get too much into a character. Like it's just that,
Yeah.
he did it at a point in time where the internet is just,
Hmm.
very widespread and everybody has access to it. But I think it's been happening. They just highlighted it on him because
Well, like
publicity.
the actor turns into the person, into
Yeah,
the
like
character.
they literally become for example, actually I forget examples. I can't give you examples, but like it has happened before and it's a thing. That's why they call it method acting. Like you become, for example, for the Joker, I forget who, but then they got so into that mindset that they literally became depressed. Or even Jeffrey Dahmer. You remember the actor? He was like, I just couldn't
Yeah.
snap out of it. Like it was not healthy for me,
Mm,
to the point where he couldn't talk to the other actors. Like
yeah.
it happens. And
Michael B. Jordan too, with Black Panther. He like talks about
yeah,
how playing the villain, like it really
Affected him.
affected him.
yeah.
Kind of on topic, don't you think?
Ah.
Speaking of.
Mm. Way to tie it back to the.
Touch of the
Yeah.
feels, yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
next question. What's your comfort food and your comfort TV show
Ooh,
or movie?
Can I guess?
okay. Go ahead.
Mm,
Like which one, the food or the show?
the show.
Okay.
Can I guess
Give
the
me food and
food?
I'll think about the show.
I don't know you that well, but I want to guess the food.
Right. You want to guess the food?
Yeah, is that okay?
Okay. Each of you can guess. You can guess the food. Mary guesses the show.
Okay. I feel like for food, ramen is usually a very safe choice.
Hmm. It's actually kind of close, yeah.
Okay, love.
What is it?
My mom's pasta, her spaghetti. Yeah.
Oh, you kind of ate with that, Sonia.
Yeah, ramen. I
Like
was
it
like, oh, okay.
was
Always, always.
love.
Favorite TV show? Is it like The Office?
No.
Okay.
But I've watched it.
Okay, give me a hint. Do you have the answer yourself?
I feel like
Um,
Friends, maybe.
Friends is a good option. I
Mhm.
wouldn't say comfort. because
Mhm.
I don't think I've watched it too often for me to consider. But I do like that show.
Okay.
I think comfort show. I would go with like One Tree Hill. You know,
Sure.
or
Okay.
like a throwback show, like a really old Disney show that could be like
Mm.
a comfort TV show. Like if
Okay.
I feel like rewatching something like low stakes, like low energy.
Mm.
Yeah, even though One Tree Hill is not, like it's still very much insane. I don't know if you've seen it, but
I mean, yeah, I haven't seen it, but I know it's like high. The
you know
drama is
what?
up there, yeah.
Also, Loki, Degrassi, The Next Generation,
You went old school with
Canada.
that one.
Yeah, like
Hmm.
wait a second. I was thinking. I was like, Sometimes I find myself just going back to my friends at Degrassi. What can I say?
Should I watch it? Do you recommend?
You know what? I do. I don't know about like the early seasons because I watched it since I was like a kid. So
Okay.
like I kind of grew into it, like grew up with it.
Mm.
But I'd recommend some seasons. I definitely think the show, yeah, like I'm just thinking right now, season 12. I really like
Oh
How
season
many
yeah.
12.
seasons are there?
Yeah.
Or
I know, it's a lot. It's literally like it started in like 2000 or 2001 and
wow,
ended
okay.
like 2015 or
Oh wow.
whatever. It was crazy. But yeah.
I mean, Grey's Anatomy's on like season 20
Oh,
or
Grey's Anatomy is a
something.
good option too, actually,
Yeah.
as a comfort show. My best friend, Shamaya, shout out. Oh my god, I'm name dropping people, but she
Go off.
constantly had that show on a loop throughout college. She had like a TV in her dorm, and it would only play Grey's Anatomy. So like,
That's so
I got
funny.
very much acquainted with the show. Every time I'd enter a new
Is she a
episode,
medical girly or she just loves Grey's?
she just loves Grey's. Yeah, which I
Period.
don't. I
I love
don't
Grey's
blame
as
her.
well.
It could be a great comfort show for sure. Grey's
Mm.
Anatomy.
Especially those
Hmm.
earlier seasons.
Oh yeah.
Felt.
Like
Magic.
comfort shows and then hospital shows just don't mix well for me. I don't know. Like I think of
It's more like it's like the
The found family.
you feel so close to the characters.
They're family
okay.
for sure. We love a
Yeah.
found family trope. Like,
Okay.
yeah.
I see that.
Yeah.
You yeah.
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 Okay. I got it. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cute. Cute.
Think about it.
Yeah.
All right. So another question for you, Helena. Wait, both of you guys, have you guys seen anything about the whole Disney Hall of Famer thing? Like the Mount Rushmore girlies?
I've heard briefly about it.
Yeah. I have seen it. Basically, it's an AI generated version of Disney Channel stars, and they basically like created a Mount Rushmore version of who we think are the most influential Disney Channel starlets, for example. So I think this version had Raven, Simone, Miley,
Valid.
Selena, and Zendaya. So, but it caused like a bit of like a discussion online of who actually deserves to be on the Mount Rushmore Hall of Fame. I guess when you think of Disney Channel girls, like who was the most impactful. Some people thought Hilary Duff should have been on there. Brenda Song. Ooh.
Brenda. No,
So,
I
yeah.
love Brenda. I love Brenda. I don't know about Disney Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
though.
Demi Lovato,
Interesting.
though.
You think Demi Lovato?
He
Demi
deserves
did a
know.
lot. Demi actually,
Camp Rock. Yeah.
Yeah.
and then Sunny with a Chance.
Yeah.
yeah.
I kind of like Demi. The idea of Demi.
Mm.
So I guess we can just name our 4 Disney
Yeah.
girlies.
I Raven, 100%.
2,000,000%.
for sure.
Miley, 200%.
Yeah.
I have a little problem with Zendaya. Zendaya, I feel like, or maybe I don't know if my bias is because like she's more recent and she doesn't remind me of like my childhood, like because I was like a teenager when she came on the scene for me, or maybe she generally doesn't, maybe isn't comparable. I don't know what my personal bias is, but I don't really feel like Zendaya should be there. Love me some Casey Undercover though. I watched that in college. Like I love, not that I don't love Zendaya. I
Living
don't.
my life on red alert. Sorry.
Oh girl.
Hey.
Like our roommate Kaylor, when our junior year, we had a roommate Kaylor, and that's when I used to watch it. And then one day she decided to watch it with me, and she was like, like she picked up the remote to skip. I was like, we don't skip the intro of Casey
Right.
Undercover. We don't do
She
that. And she's like,
ate.
okay, I'm sorry.
Shake it up.
Yeah,
Shake it up.
yeah. So if you were to replace Zendaya, or are you cool with Zendaya, or how do you feel about the whole thing?
I'm gonna replace her with Hilary Duff because she's, I don't know, to me more relevant for the
Oh.
Disney Channel era.
Yeah,
Disney
like paved the way in a way
Yeah.
for the girls.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
Helena?
feel like Zendaya, I just wouldn't like. She obviously had her impact on Disney, like that black girl representation.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm like, she has also done so much stuff outside of Disney that it's
Yeah.
like hard for me to like place her as like a Disney person because like Euphoria, Spider-Man, Dune, like all these amazing things. So yeah, I don't know if I'd place her in the Hall of Fame. I think I would put. We talked about this. Ashley Tisdale,
Mm.
Sharpay, Candace,
Yes, and then who was she
Maddie,
in Sweet? Yeah,
Maddie.
Maddie.
Yeah.
I would do Ashley Tisdale, and then honestly, like this wasn't my thought when the first time I saw this, but I kind of like Demi. I think I feel okay
Yeah,
with
that was
Demi
a good
being up there as
answer.
well. Yeah, but Ashley, again, there's also bias because I love Ashley Tisdale in general. So I think it depends on like I don't know if our criteria is like things that make us feel the most nostalgic. Is a number of projects? Is, like
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but I think it definitely depends from person to person. But online, the general discourse was Zendaya, maybe not.
Yeah, which isn't a bad thing
No,
necessarily.
I mean, is part of it is because she's so influential outside of Disney, which is great for her. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I think it depends on the person.
Just
All right,
like yeah,
lovely, lovely, lovely.
slay.
So,
Cute
I
Q&A.
hope the audience got to get to know you a little bit better, Helena.
They're like, I hate her. Like that could
But all right.
love you all.
So let's dive into the film.
Yeah.
All right. So the movie that we are, as you guys can already, tell by the title, we are going to review and unpack Sinners. So we're gonna get our guest Nina to read the summary of what the movie was about, and there will be some spoilers, and then we're gonna just go ahead and start unpacking it and sharing our thoughts. So Helena, go ahead.
Okay. Thank you. All right. So Sinners. Set in 1932 Mississippi, Sinners follows identical twin brothers Smoke and Stack Moore, both portrayed by Michael B. Jordan, who returned to their hometown after serving in World War I and working for Chicago gangsters. They used stolen money to purchase a sawmill from a racist landowner, Hogwood, with plans to transform it into a juke joint, a vibrant gathering place for the local black community. Their cousin, Sammy Moore, aka Preacher Boy, portrayed by Miles Catton, is a gifted guitarist, and he joins them, unknowingly bringing a supernatural element to the venue. His music has the power to transcend time and space, which attracts the attention of Remick, portrayed by Jack O'Connell, an Irish vampire leading the Cocta vampire hunters. Remick, along with his vampire thralls, begins turning the Juke Joint's patrons into vampires. As the night unfolds, the survivors Smoke, Sammy, and others must confront the supernatural threat, while grappling with personal demons and the harsh realities of racial tensions in the Jim Crow South. The film explores themes of community, identity, and the power of music as a form of resistance.
You have a lovely
Bravo.
narrating voices.
Yeah,
Thank
very
you.
good. We might
Thank
have you do
you.
it moving forward.
I kind of stuttered a little, but it's okay. I was like, oh,
You do.
thank you.
Okay, so first of all, what's our history with horror movies? Do we like horror movies? Helena, do you like horror movies?
Would you
What?
categorize this as a horror movie? Let's start there.
We? You said we?
We.
Okay.
I think I would, yeah. It definitely has horror elements. Yeah. I'd
Okay.
categorize it as a horror movie for sure.
Okay.
I mean, vampires, yeah. It's scary.
blood,
This movie was
gore,
scary. Yeah.
Because some people
Jump scares.
Mm-hmm.
jump scares, I guess. It was
don't do it.
borderline thriller,
Yeah.
horror for some people.
Had
Yeah.
everything.
did
A
lot of-
musical.
From what I've read, it says
Honestly.
musical horror,
Yeah.
which is
Ah.
apparently like a whole category. Like there are musical horrors, which
Yeah.
I was shocked to hear.
Mm.
I mean, have you heard of like the Rocky Horror Picture Show? Isn't
No.
that kind of well, dang.
Let me answer my own question. I'm not a big horror girly. I honestly started
Hmm.
watching horror movies in college, like the last 4 years.
And it took a lot of effort to get her to watch it as well.
No, I get that.
It was
I
not
wasn't a
easy.
horror
But
person.
ultimately, by the time we graduated, wasn't I more open to watching horror movies than you?
And a very interesting turn of events, yes.
Yes.
Oh my
That was
God.
very
No, I
funny.
get that.
For me, or at least what I've noticed, and I might be proven wrong at some point, but I don't mind horror movie. Like when it comes to like religion and like the devil and stuff like that,
Like spiritual
I
ones.
can't. Yeah, it's
No, yeah,
really
the
difficult for me to
devil.
watch.
Or
Or
the
when it's
devil.
like the cross. When I can't.
Yeah.
It's
I can't
very
do it.
scary. Yeah.
Yeah. But when it's like vampires and like what other movies have we seen? Or like Smile, things like that.
Woo!
I like
Smile.
that. I like
My
those kinds of
girl.
movies. I actually like it. Yeah, I do like it. Yeah, it's nice. But so I have there's a threshold there. I mean, I literally screamed in the movie theater. Do you remember when we were watching
For
Sinners?
Sinners?
Oh yeah.
Because
Yeah.
like when I brace myself, I will like hold it. But I wasn't expecting it, and I'm admitting. But
Yeah,
Which
the jump
part?
scares.
I'm curious to know.
it was the part where when Stack woke up again. Like remember they like he was
Oh
behind the
yeah.
door and then he
Mhm.
woke up again and then did he like punch
Oh,
him
he banged
or
the
he
door.
grabbed
Or like he did like was it a knife
Oh,
or something that
it
he
was a
initially
knife.
yeah.
stuck through and
It was a
almost
knife.
poked his
Yeah,
eye?
I really didn't see that
Yeah,
coming
yeah.
and yeah. But
Okay.
yeah, musical horror. So that's a new one for me.
Hey.
Add that to the lists. Yeah, so let's talk about Stack and Smoke.
Yes.
Obviously opposites.
Yeah.
Is that fair to say? Yeah, they're different, but also they didn't. Usually in movies where they're twins or siblings or whatever, there's like tension or they fight or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, technically, there was just only it was everything happened in like
A
less
day.
than 24 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there was no fighting and stuff like that, which I thought was weird. Like usually there's they didn't really play too much in the sibling dynamic until the end. I feel like
Yeah.
you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
But I like that. I mean, obviously they're both great characters. I like how they didn't make Smoke like I didn't hate Smoke, which is that because usually they weren't extremes. You know what I mean? Obviously,
Like
Smoke was the more relaxed. Actually, I actually saw that like his clothes were a lot tighter than Smoke's.
or
I read.
stacks, you mean?
I mean, yeah, Stack's clothes were a lot tighter. And so, anyways, um he's the more relaxed one. Remember like when he was like like making fun of Cornbread's wife in front of Cornbread and
Oh
stuff like
yeah.
that.
He did not care.
Yeah. And so he's a lot more relaxed, like, borderline disrespectful at times, but it didn't make me hate him. And I usually do like feel very negatively about those characters and try to side with the good one. But it
Mm-hmm.
was really balanced, in my
Yeah. I
opinion.
think he was a nice comedic relief, And it's like you kind of understand why he's like that, especially during that time period. So you're
Yeah.
like,
Mhm.
okay, like, ooh, yeah, he was great.
I
Stack,
mean,
right?
also going
We're
back
talking
to
about Stack.
their like relationship, I feel like the amount of stuff they went through, like when you go
Yeah.
through stuff they went through, you don't really just bicker a lot. There's a lot of understanding in most of the things that they have. So it's more of like I got your back, and like they're twins. Like there's like they know each other on a
So
cosmic
well.
level, right? Like
Cosmic.
on a cosmic level.
No, yeah, I love a twin story in media,
Yeah.
especially. I think it's so
Honestly,
interesting.
Yeah.
Sonny made a really good point. Like
Yeah.
they've been through so much, and I think it's also like they both have equal. Like if they mess up, they're both dead.
Yeah.
It's not even
Yeah.
like there's no time. Like there's no leeway to bicker about the little things. Like
Mhm.
there's very little room to mess up because so they're World War I veterans.
Yeah.
They spent time in Chicago. I'm assuming they were like on the so it was like the Italians versus the Irish kind of thing,
Oh yeah.
and they were on the side. They were on like Al Capone is like the gangster in Chicago, the Italian
Mhm.
guy, and so they stole all these like the drinks and like whatever all the alcohol and things like that from the Irish, but I think also the Italians, and then they ran away, came back to Mississippi kind of thing, looking
Mhm.
for a fresh identity. So I mean yeah, the war plus the gangster stuff plus the
It's too
the
much.
burglary, I there's it's that's a bond if anything.
Yeah. It's a lot
Yeah,
at once.
it's a bond. And then there's Sammy, the cousin.
Sammy. Yeah.
Sammy boy.
Very
Sammy
layered
boy.
kid. Like when he's so innocent when you meet him.
Wonderful.
So many changes. So
Yeah.
innocent, preacher boy. Obviously, that comes with its own connotations, right? Of
Mhm.
like being raised by a pastor, it has its own thing. But I feel like there's almost no in between when you're super religious. You either are also super religious or you're like F this.
Yeah.
And you're like on the other side of the spectrum.
Mhm.
And so actually maybe let's pause there and talk about the opening scene.
Yeah.
What an opening scene.
That scared
That was
me.
a crazy
Yeah.
one. Yeah.
It
Jeez
just
Louise.
immediately pulls you in. It's
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah.
So well done.
Mhm.
And
Period.
so seeing that opening scene where Sammy is like already like, there's blood everywhere and things like that, and then immediately going to like innocent Sammy, it's
Mhm.
like it gives you, so it was very much like a full circle moment where you're like,
Yeah.
oh, so he gets there. That's his end game.
Yeah.
And then you start with, you see Simple Sam.
Simple Sam.
Yeah,
I
and
love
then
that.
he's do we think the twins are a bad influence or a good influence on Sammy?
I think there's some parenting comments that I'd like to make.
Sure.
Mm.
So like from what I understood, his dad was not the biggest fan of like his passions, which is like singing and playing his instrument. And like it comes from a valid point. He was like, "Hey, historically, there might be an issue. I'm just saying. But then there's also an element of suppressing or not fully understanding how Sammy's passionate about this, therefore kind of driving him away. In a way, he's like, well, you're never going to understand. Therefore, like, why am I going to share? He's almost kind of secretive about it, right? Um, so I don't think the twins are a bad influence. I think his dad was unknowingly kind of pushing him away, because he wouldn't like embrace that is what his son wanted. And when the twins offered like, hey, like we are going to protect you, but also come play at our like little bar, obviously he's going to pounce on that opportunity.
Good or bad influence, Helina?
I just also want to say I like what you said about parenting. I feel like that's a very big theme in this movie. I hope we go back to that because I'm just thinking about all these characters and like how their parent, like especially Smoke and Stack, like how they talked about their father's abuse and now Sammy's dad's influence, and also this might be, I'm probably jumping way ahead, but like Grace, like how her role as a mother ultimately, comes out and
Wayne.
yeah,
I have so many thoughts.
yeah,
Okay.
okay, but I definitely do not think they're the best influences, but I think they definitely hold importance for like his development, especially Stack. Like he definitely needed somebody to encourage him in his talents. I think that was necessary because yeah, he definitely wasn't going to get that from his dad. And yeah, I did really like the relationship between the cousins. He definitely looks up to them, which is I think a beautiful portrayal of, what do you call it, cousinhood? I don't know, yeah, like it was just really real to me. Like I've definitely looked up to some of my cousins growing up like that, just idolizing them and all that. But yeah, I wouldn't say bad, but also wouldn't say good. Like there were definitely moments where it was like, okay, like maybe that's not the best type of advice, but I guess that's just part of growing up. You live and you learn. But yeah.
Yeah, I think ultimately, when it comes to being, family and all that kind of stuff, there is no perfect human being. And
Right.
when you're younger and you look up to a cousin, I think everybody can relate to this, or a sibling, or whatever, an aunt or an uncle. You think they're perfect, and you like really want to be fully influenced by them, and like you want to be them. But then you like when you're older, you're like, oh, they're human, and oh, they're also like these are their flaws and things like that. Um, I'm with you. Obviously, not good, not overall. I would say good and not bad,
Yeah.
because I mean the bad part is like, maybe he didn't have to start in a bar full of stolen, gangster alcohol liquor. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? In that sense, no. But there were times like where Smoke like stopped him from doing things, and he was like, "You're going home tomorrow," and things like that. That
Oh,
honestly bothered
true.
me. Like I mean, obviously, after seeing how much fun he was having and how incredible he was, I wanted him to stay. But I do obviously like it was a dangerous place to be. You know what I mean? And knowing that the KKK people could come back anytime because they're known to take back the land that they
Oh
just
my
sold.
god. Yeah.
Dangerous
That too.
location, yeah, dangerous location. But ultimately, like I think the back and forth between like religion versus music is still very ongoing, very
Mhm.
real. There are, to this day, there are people, different religions, including Christianity, that um like they're like maybe elders in their life that don't want them, that say you shouldn't listen to music because of religion. And then there's a conflict, especially in our generation, where music is so accessible and very like embedded into youth culture, especially in America. Actually, not even America. I think maybe everywhere. I don't know about everywhere, but that back and forth still exists. And so that, I think, ultimately it is a personal decision. And obviously I do love music and listen to music, and therefore I'm like very pro, he should. But on top of that, not just listening to music, he's such a talented musician. Like I think that's his calling in life. So I think maybe if no one encouraged him, I don't know what kind of life he would be living. You know what I mean? Like playing guitar like secretly, or whatever. And so that's obviously not the greatest life. But dangerous place. But somebody had to encourage him, and even in real life, somebody's gonna push you into the right direction. It's probably not
Yeah.
gonna be the perfect method, but
You'll get
so
there.
I like the cousinhood thing. It's a cute cousinhood,
The bond,
situation. Yeah. All right. So where should we go next?
Can we kind of expand on him singing in the bar? Can we talk about that scene? Like,
Oh,
did
like
you
the
guys
music
catch it?
scene. That's a big
Wow.
scene.
I literally could have left the movie theater after that.
Yeah.
That was
scene.
such a good. I mean, that was earlier on, obviously, like I don't remember what character it was. I think it was like a narration, but when they were like, it opens up the gates to past, future, whatever. All that.
Yeah.
That quote, first of all, already got me. I was like,
Yeah.
wow, what a quote! And then when you saw, I don't even know if I should be the person to explain it,
No,
but
go for it.
like the African, like the West African dances, and then like the twerking,
Hey.
and then
Yeah.
the like even like the Chinese culture, like
Yeah.
for Grace and Boat, like the like just they, and after I watched a couple of videos about it, like they really tried to make sure that they had like culturally relevant people, like not only American culture but also the other cultures that were represented, so people can actually recognize that and say, to feel like it was real. That felt amazing. It was even like, first of all, the way it was filmed was amazing.
Yeah.
And then the costumes and just the inclusion of like the balance between the past and the present. And then Sammy singing the music. I don't even know where to begin.
His voice is incredible.
Amazing voice. He's
Apparently
funny.
he works for or with her.
Yeah.
Oh, the singer.
He opened for her
Yeah.
or something.
Oh.
And then she put him onto
she
the role.
encouraged him to audition.
I love that.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah,
That's
he's incredibly talented.
Wow,
That
he's
voice
incredibly
was so.
talented.
Oh my god.
He has
Yeah.
a beautiful
When he
voice.
first
He's
started
only
singing. He's only what?
20 years
Oh
old.
wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my god, he's younger than us. You're 20?
Yeah, I know.
I can't.
I hope somebody said that to him on the press tour.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
20.
no, he's
Yeah.
massively
So
talented.
talented.
Yeah, no, it was
Yeah.
incredible. Like, what did you guys feel? What were the vibes?
Oh my god, just like, oh my god, I can't even describe it because it was like, especially seeing it for the first time, it's just like so much. It's like you don't know where it's going, kind of thing. You're just kind of like following it.
And
Like
it
you
was
can't
low-key
really say
long.
anything.
Yeah.
It was a good and
Oh,
long sequence,
yeah.
and like when that fire started, like, and they're still dancing, I was like, ooh,
What
that
do you
definitely
guys
has
think
like a special meaning.
symbolized? Well, what do you think the fire symbolized? The burning down of the house, but the people inside of it are still dancing. I feel like it was a symbolism for something.
I guess just like maybe not even maybe, like historically, Black people have just been through so much, but they still have to persevere and keep going no matter what, just trying to find any type of light in certain situations, and they're just expected to keep going even after, just being brutalized and treated like less than humans. So I thought that was really beautiful how, yeah, it was just a good sequence. I'm sure there's definitely a deeper meaning. I feel like I looked something up, but I don't think I'm the person to really like go into like a whole deep dive. But yeah, I just think just despite everything, again, they could just find a light at the end of the tunnel and just keep dancing, and just keep finding that joy and keep looking for that joy because they have to. It's the only way they can keep going forward. But I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you girls think?
I think you perfectly said what I was thinking.
What? Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I think
Cut to the feels.
Cut to the field.
it definitely, the undertone was, I think I also took it as like the perseverance thing that
Mhm.
Helena just explained. also, I want to say that it also had a like, when people are like, "Oh, that was like on fire," like it
Yeah.
was that. It literally like it started a fire. Like it was. It can't. There can. It's like it's too hot. It's too many. It's too incredible. I think it's like, yeah, there's too much energy for it. Of course, it started a fire. You know what I mean? So maybe there's a double meaning there. I kind of just made that up right now.
No,
So
I like
it
that.
could be a double meaning, but I think it's like, yeah, it's it's just like an uncontainable energy kind of notion.
I think it's just so nice with a film like this. You can kind of just like take your own interpretation. It like leaves so much space and open room to just kind of challenge
the
your
fire
thoughts.
literally didn't seem random. It felt like it fit. Like it again, going back to the oppression and the history of Black people. And honestly, just like I think I can just say like non-white people at that time, because like the Chinese family came to pick cotton. Like they all came to pick cotton. And so I think it was just the person, like, you can't stop us, and like that was my take.
Yeah.
That was really, really cool. But anyway, so about like the format of the film, I feel like first half was really building the characters, the individual characters, and I think it made when they basically died one by one. It made the blow a lot worse, and
it was
like
very
harder.
impactful.
Because first half was really like, let's gather up the troops kind of thing, and then they all went to their doom.
Oh my god, that first half, the build up was because like going in that it's about vampires, so just like the tension that you feel, they're talking about planning, their preparation, just
You're
like
already grieving from the beginning.
Yes, it's like it was so well paced, and
I mean,
couldn't believe
I'd
it.
have to say something about vampires. Like, I'm not familiar with. I know if you grew up watching the Vampire Diaries, you kind of know a bit about how they operate. I didn't, so the whole like, "Can you let me in?" thing freaked me out. I was like, I can't just be letting people in my house. Like, I don't know if it's like,
that's like the whole lore. Yeah.
I actually love that, like that part of the Vampire Diaries, because it's not the same in Twilight, right? The let me in thing.
Ooh,
I don't think so.
I don't know. I don't think so.
I think so.
Everyone was just entering Bella's room like through a window. I don't think he really cared about it.
Yeah, I don't think so. But yeah, it was a big thing in the Vampire Diaries.
Okay,
But so
the stakes of the heart. That's like also the thing.
But for this version, it was like silver,
garlic.
Right? I don't think it would kill them though. It was silver, a stake to the heart, and something else that would kill them.
Oh, kill them! Yeah. Oh. I think the garlic would just like stop them, or like the gunshot. Like, the gunshot could like stop them for a second.
Yeah, but it won't kill them.
Oh my god, that was sorry. The scene where Haley's character turned. Her name was Mary, but her name was Mary.
Indeed.
But the scene where she bit Stack, and then they walk in on it happening, and she's like, "Oh my god, like I'm sorry," and then he just immediately pulls out his gun and just starts shooting her.
Yeah.
And then she just got back up. That was crazy. Sorry, when I said guns, it just brought me back to that moment. Because that also like scared me. That was kind of a jump scare.
That was crazy.
No hesitation, just shot
the
her.
5 seconds between when he first opened the door and then he came back, and it's all just like blood.
Yeah.
Whew. I just want to say,
about Haley.
That's a horror movie. I know you guys were like, it's a jump scare. I was properly scared. Like I was
a horror movie.
Scared.
It was a horror movie.
I think because like part of it was like, I know vampires aren't real, but like it just felt real. Like it didn't like some aspects of it definitely felt real. Like obviously the KKK thing, like that's scary in itself. The fact that they were still gonna come after they fought vampires. Like, are you joking? And you guys there'll always be a white person.
It really felt real.
It just felt real, yeah.
Because the whole thing was already like, also like I never actually like sat down and studied American history because I didn't go to high school here.
Right.
And so every time I see like movies and things like that about like that time period, it just flabbergasts me still.
Yeah.
And
because it was real.
Yeah. That's what it's so like it's I don't even know how to put it into words, but yeah, obviously it was real, but it feels so fictional. Like I can't comprehend it,
Mm-hmm.
And then the KKK thing, obviously extremely scary.
Yeah.
And then at the vampires, I'm like, they're all equally out of the question to me. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
so it felt very real.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So no, I mean, we didn't even start talking about Ryan Coogler. But wait, let's talk about Mary for a second. How do you feel about her? Let me just say, I thought I was gonna hate her, but I kind of like the background. Like it was kind of like, first of all, when I saw the trailer, I thought she was a vampire from the get go.
Oh.
So the fact that she started off as human, I appreciated.
Yeah, they gave
Yeah.
her like a bit of a story and like her
There
history with
was.
Stack. I thought the chemistry was great. I mean, yeah.
You don't
I mean,
think
like,
so?
but yeah, like I think they kind of already spoiled it in the trailer that she was gonna turn anyway. So I don't know if I really had like a deep attachment to her. I mean, yeah. she
There was also
there.
a racial element there, right? It's
Oh
like,
yeah, she's like
you're one of us, but you're not one of us.
she's white passing, yeah.
Yeah.
Which I thought that was interesting that they like
It was
brought
interesting.
it
I'm
into
glad
the
they
plot.
included it. Soli, thoughts or?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
I did not watch the trailer as usual, so I
Oh,
I
it's
good.
good.
It's
That was
good.
good. Yeah.
yeah,
You should.
I thought
Yeah.
she was just gonna die because I know people were like Mary, and I was like, oh, what did she do? You know. I was angry.
She did
this
it.
This is the thing, like when like it was just like she was trying to save the brothers so bad that it led to like her. You know what
Their
I'm saying?
demise.
Like there's
Yeah.
this savior
That's a good
complex
point.
of, like he's like no for real. She's like no. Like they said they had money. I know they gave us weird vibes, but they said they had money. So like let me go. And I understand it, but it's just like it was so preventable, right? And she went and she became a vampire, and basically that one thing led to another, and you know, and it was just sad when it was Stack that was with Mary, right?
Yeah.
Okay. When Stack was like his brother was mourning him, but then what's her name? I forget. His partner,
Annie.
Annie was like, "Yo, you shot that woman," and she kept running, like put
She
the body
rose
out.
back up like it was nothing.
Yeah, literally, and like the element of like understanding. I know he's your brother. Like she was like, I can't. Like I know this is bad, but I can't force you to take him outside. Like in a way.
Yeah.
Just like the way it all played out, and the funny thing is they still ended up together at the end. Like they were,
Which was kind of nice, you know. Like okay.
It's cute. Like okay, pop off. But
like all right,
that pissed me off. Like if you just had sat down and just let the brothers not break even that night, you know, just that one night, maybe it would have been okay.
I also I totally agree with you. Like she was so desperate to be helpful.
Yeah.
Be a part of it, yeah.
Yeah, and be like a team player.
Yeah.
That she ruined everything, but
that's also not on her completely. Like
oh no, I don't like I don't hate her or anything, but I'm like I mean, first of all, she did it with Stack's permission.
Yes.
But also, it's like ultimately, it was her. She really wanted to be useful.
Yeah.
And even after they dismissed it, she was like, I mean, not only the money, but she was also like, if we don't include them, they also might like kind of report us like suspicion Ku Klux Klan. Plus, they had like all the stolen like the loot, like all you know what I mean. And so, valid reasons. Like it's not like she was being stupid, but she was trying a little hard, unfortunately, and that's what it led to.
Yeah,
it's sad. It's love, and I don't know what else to say. Yeah, it was all her. It's all about love. At the end of the day, it's always about love, isn't it?
The things you do for love.
Seriously.
I think like her character was very interesting, and I don't know. I also kind of wanted to make a point of something I noticed. Just like, yeah, she was like not because it was her fault or anything, but like she did eventually become responsible for like
everything,
like
the whole
the domino effect, if you will. But I think it was so interesting how like, especially in the beginning, Remick definitely noticed her and was like, wait, so she's in, but we're not. and then they sent her out to talk to the white people because of like that passing privilege. And then he definitely like manipulated her with talking about like grieving a mother because she had lost her mother. That was like a big point. And I think they recognize that they can kind of weaponize her and her experience and just like use her privilege as a way to get into there, because they knew they couldn't do it without her. So I feel like she was definitely that interesting kind of stepping stone for Remick to kind of achieve what he wanted to achieve. And yeah, she ultimately was just at the wrong place at the wrong time. But she was kind of like, I guess, an easy target for them, because on a way they can kind of meet at each other's level. I guess that sort of whiteness and all that, which I thought was very interesting.
Yeah,
Mary.
like now that you noticed it, like that you mentioned it, she was kind of the bridge between, like, because she is also part of that culture, and also like I feel like I doubt that a Black person would go after them saying, "Hey, actually come back."
Yeah. Absolutely not.
Okay.
They were not about it.
Yeah.
They said you can carry on.
Literally.
Pick poor Robin clean.
Yeah.
Period.
Then in the same manner, can we also dissect Annie a bit? Thoughts about her relationship.
Whose relationship?
Annie and Smoke.
Yeah. Annie and Smoke. I liked them. Liked them a lot.
Very wholesome.
Yeah.
I liked them better than Stack and Mary. That was, I think that was a real deep love for sure. Not to say that Stack and Mary weren't like in love, but I think I
actually wait. I want to finish something on Stack and Mary before we move on to Annie.
Yeah.
So he said that, like, you know, they used to be lovers, and then he left. He went to Chicago because he was like, I did it to protect you or whatever.
Yeah. Beautiful scene.
And so when I first watched that, I was like, okay, maybe it's like 10% true, but I was like, he's a player. Right? When I saw it when they were in the club. At the end, when they were like in the 90s and hanging out, I was like, oh, you really liked her?
I think, you kind of assume
because I actually didn't buy it during the thing.
Really?
I didn't buy it. I was like, she's all over him. Obviously, he's gonna subscribe. But I was like, I didn't. The fact that he just left, I was like, okay, it actually could be like, obviously, it's dangerous for her. Obviously, like nobody took their freaking girlfriends to a gang fight. But when I saw that, I was like, okay, you're like, but honestly, okay. Question for the group: do you guys think that he's still with her? Wait, first of all, okay. Question number one: was it like, was he actually in love with her, or was he just like playing around? Second question is, do we think he's still with her, like whatever 60 whatever years later, because like he can't like walk around in the daytime and he can't move on with anybody else, or is it because he's like, oh, I actually want to be with you forever?
You can go first, Sully.
Okay, number one, he most definitely loved her. Like, I don't doubt that at all. Like, the thing is, he's like, yeah, I left you, but then he was like, yeah, I made sure you were married into a wealthy family. Like, he knows the consequences of, like, interracial marriages, especially, like, a white woman and a Black man, would 100% harm her, right? Like, he is not, you know, like, he's not going to be any more targeted than he already is, I feel like, as a Black man. But for her, he knew that would not be super cute. So I think just like, he does come off as a player, and it might be, maybe he is, but when it comes to her, his relationship with Mary, he was 100% in it. He was not playing around with her. And then for your second question, what was it?
If that's the answer to your first question, I guess the second question is like, he is intentionally, not because they're both vampires, he literally wants to be with her forever.
Exactly. Yeah. Also, vampires, like, they keep their memories. You know, it's not just like, they actively know what they're doing. Right?
Of course.
Yeah, so it's like, it's not like he's like, oh, I guess since we're vampires now, like, we stick together. Like, he holds the memories.
No, as in, like, he can only be out in the nighttime. So his options are a little bit limited.
I feel like over the 60 years, they probably had a good amount of, like, people they converted into vampires. I feel like he would.
No, that's true.
Oh,
yeah. That's true. So, I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
Just they didn't bother Sammy. That's it. but
Yeah.
who's to say they didn't bother anyone else for that blood?
Oh, they did bother
They
others.
most definitely did.
Right.
Yeah. Do you think they were in love?
I think so. It's definitely like sad that they had to become vampires in order to be together because it would not have worked out during that time. So I think, I was satisfied with their ending. I think they each got to be together and, do their thing. And yeah, I do think they were in love. I think the protection, oh my God, like that scene where he said he just wanted to protect her, like the soundtrack, to, like the music to that scene, it was just really well done. I don't know, it was just real love to me. I think, yeah, you maybe because of like their whole like persona or just like the experiences they've been through, like with war and everything, you would assume they were closed off or just like not open to romance or just didn't really prioritize it. But I'm actually very glad that they made it a point to like they made it a point to like let the audience know that they loved these women. These were the women that they like, were for and kind of entrusted.
They did in different ways.
I think they definitely made it a point, the romance thing. Like they weren't really messing around or into like games or whatever. Like they had their women and that's that. So I thought that was lovely.
And they had to die to achieve that, unfortunately.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's just with the time and everything.
Yeah.
Tragic.
I'm gonna be a little crazy, a silly goose, and I'm just gonna ask this question. I know we wanted to talk about Annie, but I'm really curious to know. You know how when a good amount of the people they knew got transformed into vampires, and they're like, guys, it's so much better on this side. Like, we're more powerful than, the white people. Like, you don't gotta worry about none of this anymore. I was kind of convinced. I would have been like, okay. Like, yeah.
Oh my God.
In a way, I just was like, it really got me thinking. Like, why were they fighting so hard to not get converted? Like, why was being a vampire much worse than the oppression they were already going through?
Oh,
that's a complicated one.
That's a
complicated one.
Okay.
I'll take a crack at it.
Yeah.
If you don't mind.
Oh, I don't mind.
My first point is, I think it's, I thought that as well. Let me start there. I thought that as well, but briefly, not for a long time. But I was like, I mean, that was part of like, the fact that we thought that like, oh my gosh, maybe being a vampire is better means they did their job really well, the filmmakers. Like, they really showed us like, they set it up with the cotton fields and things like that. And then, Stack and Mary were not being able to be together and they were in love. And, all the hardships were very well illustrated. And I think, first of all, I'm diverting a little bit, but we'll get back, is like, I was like, why is this white man saying, like, we'll be liberated together? Yeah. And I had to do a little research to be like, so the Irish were actually like the black people of the white people within like, hierarchy wise, like they were like the anyways, you get me, let me not be politically incorrect, but and so like from in the eyes of the white people, there's no racism, like they're just like the bottom of the barrel at all times. And I think maybe like Remick was like, we're both looked down upon, we're both minority kind of thing. Same. Yeah, we're the same. Because at the time I was like, what the heck is he talking about? But it's afterwards that I realized, I was like, oh, okay. They have some things in common, the Irishmen specifically. And then we can talk about the Irish dancing after this one.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Oh, the rocky road. Yeah. Sorry.
Keep going. Another one. Okay. Okay, so back to what you were saying. So ultimately, I was like low-key liberation, right? But it was back to what Annie was talking about, because I think Annie did make a comment about it. And I mean, first of all, sucks to not be able to walk around in the daytime. Let me just start there. Second of all, immortality. I mean, as a person that has watched The Vampire Diaries, it sucks. Third, like on a more like, in the moment response, you have to inflict pain upon people forever, bro. Like you die first, like you need blood to survive. Like you will kill people all the time. Like you can't just be like, oh, I'm a vampire and I'm gonna abstain. from
Pause there though. Sorry,
sh-
like I'm gonna interrupt, but isn't that kind of similar to how we feed on animals right now? Like once you're a vampire, you just see the humans as a source of.
vegetarians. There are human vegetarians.
But like
In
that's
vegan.
again, like you know, that's not a huge like percent of the population. I'm just thinking how we feed on animals. That's just kind of their POV, right? Like I'm not
No, but they
justifying.
need it to live. The vampires need blood. We don't need cows. Like to consume cow, like beef.
Mhm. Okay, yeah, I see
Yeah.
that.
You have to inflict pain regularly.
Okay.
And you die.
You are dead.
You know? No
I forgot about
children,
that.
no relationships, no. Anyways, I'll pass it on to you, sis.
Yeah. Sorry, you were like, yeah,
being lured into becoming a
Yeah.
vampire.
You
I
were-
fully thought it though.
you killed it. That was a good response. That's why I was like, oh,
Okay.
back to me. You know, because I think they also made it a point that whether or not you're a vampire or you are, like, you're not guaranteed freedom. And I think that was a very like interesting point. Like low key, like let me cook. No, like because Stack or was it Smoke? I think it was Stack. He said we were never going to be free regardless. Like again, like fighting these vampires, even though they won the battle, the KKK was still going to come and kill them. So like either way, the night was going to end in their death. So they had that one little speck, like small moment of freedom that they will remember for the rest of their lives. Even
True.
though Stack had been a vampire for how many years after that point, up until the 90s, he still remembers that moment where he was free at the juke joint, where he's the last time he saw his brother, last time he saw sunlight, just all those human experiences that we definitely can take for granted. So I think that's why they definitely wanted to kind of like hold on to that because
You ate with that.
oh, thank
You
you.
ate with that.
Oh my
I remember that
God.
scene actually. Yeah. So it's essentially like it's going from one prison to another, especially being
Yeah.
black in America at that time. But at least when you're alive, there's a little bit of hope.
Yeah.
There's that glimmer
yeah.
of hope for
A
sure.
glimmer of hope.
that
Yeah.
comes with being human for sure, and that just the
But
beauty of being human.
The fact that we thought that means the movie, the storytellers ate.
Yeah, yeah, no, 100%. I
Yeah.
was like,
a nice little moral
like,
dilemma.
push it
Yeah.
around. It's like, oh,
Mm.
yeah. It was, yeah.
That's what the Remick was saying, right? He was like, "Don't you want to be free?" And
Yeah.
he made me think. He had me thinking.
Very interesting.
Yeah, he was a great villain, I think,
Mm.
because he also had that sort of, connection to that feeling of being oppressed and all that.
Exactly.
But at the same time, he was a white man at the end of the day, and he was going to use that as like his power,
Mhm.
even though like yes, he was an Irishman. He is an Irishman and like went through those experiences as well. He was still willing to, put black people in danger. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, regardless of his race, he was a vampire.
yeah, a white vampire at that.
Can we, sis? Do you have anything to add on this, or
Yeah,
can we
wait.
jump?
I think I'm good. Yeah, you guys.
Okay.
That was a great question, by the way.
But really good,
Shout
really
out.
good. Yeah. Okay, so I want to jump. Annie's still on the roster, but I want to jump to
My girl.
the first scene where we were introduced to Remick.
Oh, fire.
Okay, so for some context, right?
For the audience listening.
So Remick was being chased in the middle of nowhere, like desert vibes. I mean, it's Mississippi, right? So he was running. He's on foot, and he's like frantically like knocking on the door of a couple of their home. And first, the couple, was it the man or maybe both of them were at the door, and they were like not interested in letting him in. But he's saying like they're chasing me, they're coming for me, and all these things. So at this point, we don't know that he's a vampire. But like, he's like burning or something.
Yeah,
right?
because the sun was
The
out.
sunlight, yeah. So
it
like,
was
there's
just
something-
before sunset. Yeah.
It's clear that he's in distress. You know what I mean? But they were not interested in helping him. White men, white Irishmen, white, I guess, local
American?
Mississippi
Yeah.
people. Yeah. And then on horses come these, what are they? Chota?
The native
Choctaw.
Choctaw
yeah.
people,
The Native
Native
Americans,
American
yeah.
people.
Oh, they ate.
They are vampire hunters.
So cool.
Mhm.
And then we learn that we see it gives me chills, those KKK heads. Like the
You see in the background.
yeah, so we see
Woo!
those KKK hats inside the home of this white couple. And so the audience was at their KKK. And then when the couple noticed that it's the Native American people that are after him, they automatically decide to let him in.
I don't
So
think
it was
he was like, he saw the hat and he was like, those people, he kind of tried to connect with them by letting them know that they have a common enemy.
exactly like if it were white people chasing Remick, they would not let him in.
Was it because they were Native Americans, or did he mention the Black Americans as
No, I think because they were Native.
It's when they saw the Native Americans.
Oh, they saw them. Okay.
When they arrived, then they let him in.
Okay.
And it led to their demise, of course.
I love that scene.
I was like, that'll do it. I mean, obviously part of me was like, I don't want Remick to succeed in anything, but I was like, if anybody, them.
Yeah. I mean, I like how the Native Americans were like, we think he's in there. Be careful. May God be with you. But we're gonna
very
so good.
But nice exits.
It was
amazing.
They were like, we warned you.
Yeah.
Like we said what we had to say. Y'all are on your own. Like we tried. Yeah. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Like we tried to tell you.
Yeah. And
I saw like,
because like I told you guys how I didn't watch the trailer, right? I didn't know it was a vampire horror movie. I know it was like a kind of horror movie.
Yeah. What was your reaction?
I was like, is he having an allergic reaction to something? Because he was.
Oh my god.
I was like, what kind of pandemic? No, literally, I was like, and then he ate the guy, and I was like, ew, it's a vampire movie. Cute.
Because like people also mentioned that scene where he like kind of, it's like the camera's angle to the house, and he kind of drops into the shot. How he was kind of like struggling to fly, because we see later that he can fly.
Oh,
his vertical.
Oh my god.
His vertical?
When he flew up to Mary.
Oh, I was gagged. I was like,
excuse me. Yeah.
Because they don't jump that high in the Vampire Diaries. Let me tell you that right now.
Yeah.
That was a crazy jump. He got out of the shot to go.
Yeah.
Oh my god. But yeah.
That was crazy. No, that was great. Again,
incredible
filmmaking.
Scene.
Add that to the filmmaking thing. That was awesome.
I do know, people were saying that they wish they saw more of the Native Americans, which, like, that would have been awesome, I think.
That's interesting.
I agree.
Yeah. But, I mean, also, I definitely do like, especially, like, taking from a historical context, like, they were the first to witness everything, especially in this country.
Including the vampires.
Yeah, so it just kind of made sense that at that point in history, they were kind of just like, okay, like, we've been trying... We told you what we saw. We told you everything. Like, there's nothing more we can do. We're gonna protect our peace and go, and wait until sunrise. Like, that was it. And I just, I liked what they represented in that scene in that movie. And I just loved how when the woman opened the door to like point the gun at him, his men in the back were already ready to also shoot her. So I thought that was really funny and just, well done, Ryan Coogler.
Yeah.
Snap, snap, snap. Okay, now let's talk about Annie.
We've been waiting. Our queen. Voodoo queen. Baddie.
So she is, once again, she Smoke's lover, wife? Definitely lover. I don't know about wife.
Mother of his child.
Mother of his child, indeed.
Baby mama.
So, we love her. First thing about her is like she practices hoodoo.
Yes.
Which is like the OG version of voodoo, because voodoo's like Americanized a bit, and then hoodoo's like West African OG, like origins.
It's like a religion. It's considered kind of a religious practice, I would say, or no?
Some might call it witchcraft.
Oh,
yeah. I don't know. But anyways, voodoo came after it. So yeah, I don't know the actual word. I want to say, I don't know. I think it's more witchcraft than religion, but like I don't think she makes spells and stuff. It's like very like herbal and like they know a lot about
like spiritual,
supernatural things and things like that. But anyways, so we first meet her when Smoke pulls up. And essentially, he wants to like the whole first half of the movies. They're gathering people to help them, run the juke thing at that night, right?
Reacquainting,
yeah. And so there's a little grave outside her home, and we learn that that's his infant child that died very early in its life. And inside we meet Annie, who is, verbally, if we really, if we actually paid attention, or I guess if we didn't have this internal bias, it was clear that she was the mother of their shared child. Um, but then so it was, seen like they talk and things like that, and she's surprised to see him, and then they start having sex.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of discourse online around. Well, first let me talk about myself, and then I'll talk about the discourse.
All right.
Myself, when I learned that like they were together, I was honestly a little shocked. Like from like the way that I was conditioned, watching TV, the media that I've consumed all my life, I'm very sad to say, I had a moment of surprise that she was cast as his love interest. And I feel I hate that I thought that. And to expand on the online discourse, and I'll ask you guys what you guys think about this as well. But there are people that fully thought that she was his mother or his aunt or something like that, because bigger Black women in the media are almost always cast as that maternal figure and not as the love interest of this delicious man that is Michael B. Jordan. And anyways, I'm ashamed to say that I really was like, I didn't even think it was his mother or his aunt, but I was like, wow, you know what I mean? And maybe it was shock, maybe surprise, whatever it was, but I really did have a moment. I remember I was like, seriously? And anyways, I think that amongst all the incredible things that this movie has done and that has brought to the forefront of like conversations in pop culture, I love that he cast her. And I really think, and I don't even blame people on the internet, because me as a Black woman, I even had that moment. So not casting judgment, but I love how he casts somebody that looks like her in that romantic role, in the role of the main character's romantic interest. And I really hope we see even more and more and more of that.
Love.
Period.
Yeah. I just want to follow up on that. And say
piggyback off of that.
I think it wasn't more so the fact that she was like a bigger woman that kind of caught me off guard. It was interestingly like the fact that she was a very dark-skinned woman. I know it's important in the context of this movie, but usually those are not cast as like the leads for these kind of things. Especially, she comes into the frame after we're introduced to like Mary, which is Haley Steinfeld, and so you were kind of sensing, okay, like, I get the vibe here, and this like, bam, dark-skinned, gorgeous woman. And you're like, oh, okay, because I feel like this, the media is, I think, trying to actively shift the narrative towards like what the lead women are supposed to look like. We can see that in Bridgerton, where Penelope was like literally the center of an entire season. And I think I was just getting acclimatized to kind of these narratives, but then like we don't see a lot of dark-skinned women. Even when it comes to like movies about slavery, like they're maybe a little lighter skinned. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not dark-skinned women at the forefront of these conversations. So yeah, I think there's the physical aspect, but also that's a dark-skinned woman, and she was the love interest, and she killed it, So yeah, that was another point.
Extremely true. She did kill it. I think, yeah, all of the above. I think especially dark-skinned, bigger women, we were all flabbergasted.
Yeah.
But I'm with you. I'm definitely with you. Yeah. Like, I remember like when Lupita started popping off, people were confused.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So no, it's just one of the really awesome things that I think this movie has brought to the forefront, honestly.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, I guess I'll say my piece. Yeah, I think personally for me, I kind of already got the vibe that she was love interest just based off the grave and just like the fact that they're pretty close in age. And I don't know, yeah. like maybe that maternal instinct, yeah, like she definitely had that maternal like personality, because considering the fact that she was a mother and just like would look after Smoke and everything like that. I do think, yeah, it's unfortunate that there is not much representation, especially for like plus size dark women. I think it was really refreshing to see this, like the change in the landscape, and I think it just shows that these stories could be told with different types of looking people for sure. And I think it adds so much value to the movie, and it adds so much value to her character and just like their chemistry and everything. But yeah, I thought they made beautiful lovers. But yeah, I honestly would have been shocked if they weren't lovers. That's why I was kind of waiting and hoping, if you will.
How healthy. I love that.
Yeah, that wasn't.
I love that.
Thank you. Yeah, but I understand, like, it's unfortunate, but yeah, like that people are still to this day shocked. I don't know that that it wasn't like the first thing that popped in their mind, or it's like not really a thought in their mind. So that definitely says something about Hollywood for sure. And
Indeed.
yeah, like it's unfortunate, but yeah, loved Annie. I think she was a great character. I loved their story. But yeah, like if they weren't lovers, it was gonna be a problem for me, I think.
Period.
So yeah, that's my girl.
Like, she also was like almost like the mother of everyone, especially when they were in the trap. Like once they realized everybody, like the vampires are out there and things like that, and they were in the house, and she's the one that figured out about the garlic. She was sharing the information. I was like, she can have mother energy and still be sexy.
Yeah,
she can have mother energy and still be with the hot guy.
Period.
She can have mother energy and still be a lead.
I just think people weren't used to seeing like a black woman in like a leadership
for real.
role.
That's what I say, including myself, and I love that. And I mean, especially all people that are alive right now, but especially our generation.
Yeah,
the amount of media we consume in our life, the amount, social media, TV shows, movies, the amount of things that we consume, it influences us so much. And there are going to be people our age and maybe even older, not to exclude the millennials, but we're all going to think that even in real life, people that look like her, dark-skinned, bigger people in general, can't be with the hot guy or can't be a lead. You know what I mean? And so this is something that we need to, people in the media and us that consume media need to be more aware that these things really easily bleed into our real lives. And we have to be more responsible. Like, I don't know who's going to govern this. I don't know who's responsible for making sure that these, we're being a little more thoughtful when it comes to producing movies. It can't be about the box office anymore. I don't know if it's supposed to be Meta or the US government. I don't know who is supposed to be monitoring these things. I really don't know how it's going to work, but there needs to be somebody or some body of government that needs to help us consume things that are actually representative, or we just need to get off of it and start living real life, go outside, touch grass, whatever. Because it is going to change our brain chemistry. It already is changing our brain chemistry.
Yeah.
I could keep going on this, but I'm just going to stop here.
Agreed. Points for me. And all valid, I have to say.
Thank you for validating me.
Yeah. No, it's true, though. It literally is
what's happening. The feels.
Cut to the feels, literally.
Hashtag B Fletcher.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but this is really important, guys. I mean, especially our generation, there are so few things that we do other than work, sleep, eat, and consume things from screens.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely important what we watch.
It's extremely important.
And this is like a very important film for this generation.
Yeah.
And exactly. It's definitely generating, I just love how it's generating so much discussion. And it's like a black-led story. Like, I don't know, it hasn't felt like a moment like this since probably like Black Panther, Get Out, like,
for real.
Like, this is like a new wave, and it's like, it shows that these stories are possible to be told, and
it was like epic, even outside of the race element. It was epic, and then on top of that, it's a black movie.
Just a good story.
Yeah.
No,
great story.
Pretty cool.
Anywho's, on a lighter note, okay, another shock for, first of all, I thought the fighting scene was epic. I thought that, and I think you want to talk about like the ratios changing and things like that, because it's something I did not notice, which I'm so sad about. But Helina noticed right after the film.
I think me and Manasseh
Yeah.
keep it, but like we watched
The real cinephiles.
but like I watched Cinders for the first time with Mary, Manasseh, and Manasseh's friend Alex. Shout out to our movie squad.
Shout out!
It was like the first time in a long time that us four had seen a movie, but we watched it in IMAX, which definitely made a difference. And like there was a moment, spoiler alert, right after Grace allows the vampires to come in.
Wait.
Oh,
Okay, finish. We'll talk about Grace.
okay. But there's a moment where they're getting ready to, battle it up, and they're seeing that evil version of pick, pour, rob, and clean. Like, it's very creepy. It's very much like, ooh, intense. And then there's a shot where it's facing towards like the door as it's like about to open, and like the ratio changes. Like the screen gets, was it wider or something, or just kind of expands into like this whole thing. Oh, it expands in this whole thing, and it was just so crazy. But I can't believe you didn't notice that. And that's so funny.
Didn't. I think I was just bracing myself for another.
That was
jump scare.
incredible.
But yeah, no, I think
we love a ratio change.
I watched a video this morning about like the filming, and I literally didn't understand it. It was very technical, and they put. I think it's the point here is like there was a lot of technical work that went into it in terms of
so
the
much
cameras, the lenses, the IMAX effect, all of these things. Let's talk about Grace. Okay, so Grace. She
Grace.
So essentially, if you think about it logically, if you haven't seen the film, right? So once they noticed that there was a point where there were no vampires in the what is it, a sawmill?
Yeah.
In the club.
In the joint. Yeah.
Yes.
In the club. Yeah, it was like the 5 of them. Everybody had left. Yeah.
Yeah. So there are only human beings that were not affected by vampires left in the joint. And so technically they could just wait till sunrise, right? And I was like, oh my gosh, it's fine. They're gonna wait till sunrise and they'll burn or whatever. Like, it's gonna be fine. Grace, who is the Chinese American woman, who was there like helping, like she did like the artwork, like she made signs and she was serving drinks and things like
shop
that.
Owner.
Yes.
The shop owner.
The shop owner. And her husband is turned into a vampire, unfortunately, because he was already outside when, anyways. So essentially the vampire, so obviously I'll go back to the point, if they could have just stayed in the barn, in the joint, and let the sun come up, but she was being taunted by the vampires because they said they would go and kill her daughter, and that was so stressful. I was like, please don't do it. But essentially the mama bear in her came out and she was like, you're gonna have to go through me first. And she invited all of them in at the same time, and that's what led to the massacre, essentially.
Yeah, it was like 100 vampires something versus like not even 10.
Less than 10.
Yeah. It was Smoke, Annie, Perlene. We didn't even talk about Perlene. We didn't talk about Delta Slim, Sammy. It might have just been the 5 of them, actually.
And
Delta Slim. We're gonna talk about him.
He literally was crazy.
There are probably like other extras, but like that's the character that I can think of.
Yeah.
Cornbread. Oh my god, his
very funny.
face.
Love that.
But yeah.
Oh yeah, the thing on the side of his neck. Yeah.
But yeah, Grace stirred up a lot of controversy.
Grace,
very divisive like opinions on Grace.
When I was watching it, I was so angry.
Mm-hmm.
I was so angry, but also, I mean, I'd probably do the same.
Okay. But she did it in a very selfish way. Like, she did not prepare nobody. Like, she knew nobody was prepared. She just blurted it out. She was like,
true.
Come on in.
But to be fair,
they
would have never agreed with her.
Mm.
Maybe they could have prepared better.
The thing is, could you really prepare better? But like it was kind of selfish. Everybody was gonna lose someone. Like, Smoke lost his brother, or was it the other way around? Anywho's one of the.
No, yeah, Smoke lost his brother.
Yeah, it was gone. Everybody, she lost her husband already. Like, everybody lost everyone at that point, kind of to a certain degree. So,
but the daughter was alive.
Yeah, but like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, she was like, okay, did she think Tenegus 100 vampires. We're gonna survive. Like, the most likely option was that she's gonna turn into a vampire and then go and turn her daughter into a vampire. Like, realistically speaking, there was like 1%
So, like,
chance
if it were you, would you let them?
Oh,
turn my daughter into a vampire.
Yeah, you would not stay seated, sis.
I need to, because I feel like I was almost convinced about being turned into a vampire myself. Like, I would need a moment. Like,
bro,
like,
Remick was
why would
using
it
like
be
any
so-
non-black person. I swear. He was using Mary first, and then he used Grace to get in. Like, I just thought that was very interesting as well. Just saying.
That's a good point.
Because he knew that he wasn't getting in through the black people, which I think is so funny.
That's an incredible observation.
And he was manipulating her. Remember when he started speaking Chinese to her?
Yeah.
And she was like, that white devil spoke Chinese. I was like, oh my god.
No,
Girl.
because he took their their memories.
Yeah, that was
He
crazy.
was telling her about her nighttime activities, bro.
That was crazy, yeah.
That was
Yeah, I
kind of
forgot
creepy.
about that. Yeah. That's
I
true. That's a great
mean-
point. That's a great point. Anywho,
I don't know. I can't.
I kind of.
It's like, yeah, it's
I don't-
hard.
When
It
comes
was
to
selfish.
daughter-
It was very selfish.
It was selfish. Yeah, that is the
Extremely.
bottom line. It was
Extremely.
selfish. Was it needed? At the end of the day, it did help a lot. Also, it was not realistic for 10 people to take on 98 vampires, however many minus 2, that the ones that left. It was not realistic at all. I just have to say, it did not make sense to me, but I'm glad they won at the end of the day. But
Yeah.
Did they?
Well, yeah. I guess Sammy got to. Yeah, I guess they didn't really win. Win is like a tough word.
yeah,
But
but
yeah.
they reduced the numbers overnight.
Grace.
That for sure.
I think,
Oh my
yeah.
gosh! In the moment, I was so angry.
I guess, yeah, like I would say in the moment too, I was like, ah, dang it.
Maybe they
you
should
know.
have killed her.
Oh. Who?
Grace.
Who should have killed her? The vampires or
The humans.
Yeah, I don't know. I just think, it was very impulsive. Her
Maybe they
motherly
should have killed
instinct
her.
took
I don't know,
over.
bro.
I don't
They
know,
were
it's a
trying to
very
hold her
interesting.
back. Like, they were trying to hold her mouth,
And she bit him, yeah.
Yeah, so they kind of knew it was coming, but they didn't have enough time to react.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
And she burned while killing one vampire. She was like, I'm gonna kill one and then I'm gone.
Oh yeah, she just
That
went
was
for her
it.
How
husband.
did you
Yeah.
plan that in her defense?
She just stayed there, bro. Like, she was burning and she was like, yeah, I'm gonna stay. Like, you gotta fight for your daughter if that was kind of the point.
It's complicated.
I don't know.
yeah.
I think that's why, yeah, some people were like, maybe Remick was bluffing, but I guess we'll never really know. Like, do you guys think
Yeah.
he would have actually gone into town?
I really thought about that, and I was like, I don't think it matters.
Mm,
You know
yeah,
what I mean?
I guess not.
I'll be honest with you, I don't think they would have left because they really wanted Sammy. Like, everybody really
Sammy.
wanted Sammy.
Yeah.
Sammy boy, So,
Sammy
like,
boy.
he was not
He was on a
obviously-
mission. He
They were-
wanted that boy.
They could have left the town ages ago. Like, realistically,
Yeah.
why were they sitting for 5 people when they could have left the town and had way more people?
It was
Sammy
Sammy,
was the
yeah. He
center,
was
and
the
they
goal,
knew-
yeah.
So, like, the mom, again, this was like a very rushed decision on her end. I get the mommy protectiveness, but, like, if you sat on it for 5 seconds, you could have left in the morning, and then unless you told them to enter the house, they wouldn't have anyway the following day. I don't know. I'm just an observer. I was not in the moment. Like, I don't know if I would have reacted better.
Yeah. No, fair. Okay, let's talk about the little Irish dance. The circle.
Hey, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hey, rock your road to Dublin. Da dun da dun da dun
That
da
was-
3,
that
4,
was
5.
very
Hey. His little Irish jig. He ate that. I would have been outside too. No, I'm kidding. Hey, hit it. And he said he did it himself.
Hit the gritty.
Oh my god. He said he did it himself, no CGI. I was like, okay.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Like the dance.
he did the whole dance
Yeah.
himself.
Yeah, I can see that.
Wow.
I just from a movie perspective, from like a film perspective, I never thought I would see the day that I see a bunch that many black people dancing like the Irish jig. I was like, even that was like mind blowing.
Yeah,
Another
the
thing
whole
that I was just
sequence.
like,
Yeah,
they're eating it up, and it's like all black. Like just my eyes was like, it was giving AI. It was just, it was not. It didn't look real. You know what I mean? That was such an epic scene. That was such an epic scene. I loved it.
I
Yeah.
loved it too. Yeah, the cast killed it. I was just
Oh,
like, so this is a musical. Like at a certain point, I was like,
Yes.
oh, this is a
It's fully
literal
musical. It's
musical.
fully musical. Bro, I looked
A
at. I was
whole
checking them out
dance
on
sequence.
Spotify. So many,
Mhm.
so many songs.
Mm.
Like with lyrics. Like even
Incredible.
Haley Steinfeld has a song on there. I didn't listen to it
Oh
yet,
my
but she has a
god.
song. Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, that was a really epic scene. I love that. Again, it's so grand. The things in this
Mhm.
movie is like, it has obviously its moments, but it has big moments as well.
Yeah, for sure.
Which is like a very like cinematic energy. You know what I mean? Like the blockbuster vibe, as well as like the detail, the nuance. You know, the characters and things like that.
Mm.
I love that. Yeah.
I guess like as a kind of closing remark, we can talk about again, expand on this if you want, but Sammy still holding on to the last piece of his guitar while on his way to the church and
Yeah.
refusing to let go. Like how much of his identity was tied to being a musician versus
All
like
of
the
it.
trauma of, like letting it go because his music pulled them in. And they told him they're like, we want you. And he knows that is what led to, the demise of the night, but he still refused to let go and he left the church by the end. How did you guys feel about that?
Ooh, music was such a huge theme in
Mm.
this movie. Like, I don't know, and it impacted characters in different ways. Like, first, obviously Sammy, but also like, I remember like the scene where they're driving. I think after, it might have been after they picked up Cornbread, but I think Delta Slim was kind of like recounting like all the friends he had lost and like the trauma he endured. But then he starts like humming a tune, and it kind of brings him back down and calms him down a bit. So it was definitely like it. Yeah. Ooh, that's a good question. Hmm.
It's a good question, and I still don't really have the answer to it. Like
Mm.
I don't know if I fully understand the opening and especially the opening scene.
Mm.
Like, why did he go back? Like knowing that it's like saying, you like somebody tells you not to do something, you go and you do it, and then you go back to the person that's going to tell you, "I told you so," kind of thing. But also, it's his family. Ultimately,
I mean,
it's his
I think
family,
it
so
was,
maybe he went for comfort. But
I
like
don't
Yeah.
think it was,
knowing that it's like Sunday morning, knowing that you did exactly the opposite of what you were told, I don't know if I fully understand it.
I mean, I think it was more of like, I actually found that opening scene very, like, powerful when I
Mm.
understood the context of like, okay, the twins were like, we're gonna return him in one piece. Don't worry about it, uncle. There's the aspect of like they kept their promise. They're not alive, but like I'm here. And also the aspect of like his dad asked him to help him with the sermon like the following day. And he's like, I promise I'll be there. Just like upholding his promise. He was like, I fought. I tried my best. I almost died, but I kept my word, and this is who I am. Like somebody who keeps his word, or like I think it's more of an integrity kind of thing. And he's like, through thick and through thin, like I will show up. And I also liked how the father was like, "Come here, Sammy boy." Like he was like praying for him and just like trying to be like get strong. But then when he got like he asked him to like go of his identity, which is the last shred of whatever musical capabilities he had left at the time, he refused to let go. And the thing is, as during that time, like being a priest or having a church, that's kind of like safe, right? In that Black community, it's like I think they mentioned that a bit. They touched on it, how they're like, you're okay as a priest, like you're gonna go be a priest, like live your life as a priest because you're gonna be fine. But then he kind of just like threw that out the door. He's like, I have to be a musician, and ran towards the uncertainty. And he was crying too, I think, right? As he was leaving. Like it was just I found it, and everybody died. Also, like it was just so powerful
Oh,
to
I
me.
know.
I don't know.
Like the scene where like Smoke is like trying to roll his cigarette or like roll his smoke, and like it just flashed back to all the people that died, like them prepping, even like the unknown faces, like the scene where it was just like the truck full of men coming up to help. I just thought that was so powerful, even though we didn't even know these characters. It just like it probably represents so many like unknown faces, unseen stories. Like at the end of the day, these were people, you know, and they had lives, and they were their experiences were real, and it was so tragic. And the KKK was still gonna come. Like,
That's
oh, it's just so
crazy.
sad. Dang
I thought
it.
the guy was bluffing when he said that. I was like, "Tch." And then they actually showed up.
They wanted it. Like they actually showed up. The audacity. But then Smoke handled them.
Yeah,
That scene was awesome,
but his
by
hands
the
were
way.
shaking. Like somebody as
Oh
solid
yeah.
as Smoke, kind of just shaking. That really just intensified really what happened.
I'm glad
'Cause
he got
he,
justice.
yeah, he did. He did.
I know the shaking, yeah, was really
That
sad.
was crazy. I don't know. Crazy
And
last
but
scene. Crazy 5 minutes. Last 5 minutes.
yeah,
But
music. What did you think, Mary,
yeah.
of the music?
Which part?
Which
Which
we
one?
like low key went off track.
No, I want to mention what Soli said, the integrity thing.
Mm-hmm.
I think I agree, and I want to piggyback off of that and expand on it.
Hmm.
Like I think definitely the integrity of like, hey, Dad, I'll be there tomorrow morning, and then he arrived. But I think also it's like maybe I'm getting a little religious here, but it's kind of like showing up, or like you you show up to like Jesus or God like with all your sins, like
Mm.
with everything, like with as you are, and He'll accept you. I mean, like this obviously came to me afterwards, right? After you mentioned the integrity thing, and he really walked, down the aisle with all of his baggage, like blood, his guitar in his hand. He still didn't want to let it go. So I think maybe that was the moment where he embraced his identity, of where he was like coming to Jesus, like as he is. And obviously, like, it worked out. Like, he blessed him and he became this really big musician and things like that. And so I think that was maybe like a self acceptance moment of like, he was like, this is who I am. And I come before you as I am, kind of thing.
Yeah. Well, that's yeah. Because like
That was good.
religion is a big part of also the movie. I think so.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because going back to what I said earlier, I was like, why would he do that? Like, is he trying to? Does he want to get yelled at?
Yeah.
And I don't think it was about the people. I think it was about the church.
Mm.
And I mean, the movie's called Sinners, and I think
Ooh.
he appeared as a sinner. He came to church as a sinner.
Mm.
Not like all clean and dressed in white and everything. Like because like everybody was wearing white.
Yeah.
He came as a sinner.
Very, very great point of view, Marinera.
That was good, yeah.
Thank you. That
And
just
like,
came to me. I'm really impressed with
no, that
myself.
was good. No, yeah. Religion was we're jumping back and forth because
Yeah.
I feel like we're on a time strain, but
Yeah.
low key, yeah. Well, the religion was definitely a huge theme. And I remember, I think his father said to him in the beginning of the movie, he was like, if you keep dancing with the devil, one day he's going to follow you back home. And I feel like that definitely in a way happened
Definitely
to
like
him.
on the
Yeah.
nose. Yeah, like it had definitely happened.
Yeah.
And also like the scene where before he had killed Remick, he starts reciting the same prayer as him, which I thought was really interesting.
Really creeped me out.
It
like,
was very
rather than this
creepy.
dream, but yeah. That really
But I guess it just kind of showed like the same God that he was praying to was like how do I even explain this? It was like, because I think the Irish were also kind of, Christianity was sort of forced upon them as well. Like, because I don't think that was like their original religion that they practiced, but when they were being oppressed, it was sort of like, yeah, essentially like forced upon them. I just thought it was so interesting. Like, how do I even explain this? I'm like losing my train of thought. No, but Yeah, just seeing that the same God that they both had prayed to the same God, so it kind of just sort of makes you question, like, I don't know, like, not the validity, but just like, yeah, maybe the validity or just like the background of like their religious experiences and just like who are they praying to, and it's like, do they know why they're praying to this person? You know, like why? That was really bad, but
No,
like
that's a good point. Yeah.
I don't know, makes you think. And then yeah, the music, that was also something, wasn't it?
That
That
was,
was a
yeah.
moment. I don't know. What do y'all
Interesting.
think? I don't know. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's too
It's a
much.
lot. Yeah, the beginning and the ending scene was like, it was the same scene, but it was not the same scene. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Oh yeah, because we finally got the context of
Yeah.
everything. We were fully caught up.
Initially, I thought he was the possessed one, or like the way they reacted was like, you know, here's the bad guy. But then he was the only free one at the end. Like when
Oh
you,
yeah, the one that made it out. Yeah.
it was just very interesting to see that.
It was so nice to see that he got to live his life. But like, I just thought it was so funny because when Stack visited him later on when he was older, he was like, "Smoke made me promise not to bother you." I'm like, "Oh, you actually listened?" Like, I don't know. I thought that was so funny.
I think that speaks to how much the brothers love each other.
Yeah, true. That
Yeah.
connection. Like he let him.
I think that's like his way of honoring Smoke, honestly.
Yeah. Allowing Sammy to kind of live.
I was also very shocked that he let him live.
Oh yeah.
No, when the whatever the bodyguard, I don't know, was like, these people are insisting on being let in. I was like, clock it, like, you know, don't you get night?
Oh yeah.
I didn't clock it then. I didn't clock it.
He's like, "Come on in," and he was like,
He was
"What?"
like, yeah, he was like, oh,
old
wait
ass,
a minute. Yeah, I've heard that before, right?
That sounds familiar.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't believe Smoke let him live. But again, I guess that's a
And I
testament
didn't
to
even
how
think
much they
about
loved
Mary.
each other.
I didn't even think about Mary too. The fact that she escaped earlier on too, but I didn't even like think about that.
Yeah,
Me neither.
it was great. I loved it.
It was a nice little plot twist.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That was cute.
And like their outfits and stuff.
Oh my god. Like the 90s fits. They were so
I loved
funny.
it. I loved it.
That was really
Mhm.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Great
So
moment.
that kind of brings us to the conclusion of today's episode. Helina, you know, we have this tradition of rating the movies on a scale of 1 to 100. I'm gonna give you a few seconds to think about it, and then we're all just gonna say it together.
At the same time?
At the same time.
Because
Okay.
we're connected
On a cosmic
level.
level.
Okay.
I'm ready. Of course you are. Mary stays ready. This is actually one of the first times we watched a movie and Mary wasn't like, nah. Like she genuinely was like, she had nothing. Like she had nothing but praise. And I was like, wow, like she always typically has something like, yeah, but I feel like it could have gone, you know? She has her notes, but this time
I
she
didn't
was
even know that.
speechless.
They all said that to me. They were like, Mary, you usually have criticism. And I was like
you and Manasseh will always like fight about something or just like have a differing opinion on something.
Tis true.
Tis true. Siblings. Sibling core.
I love it.
Too many shout outs.
I feel like we're not the same 3 people in rotation.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay. I guess I'm ready too.
Okay. 3,
3, 2, 1. 95. Okay.
What did you say? 91?
Yeah, I said 91.
You said
I said 95.
I said 98.
All right.
I don't have notes. I don't have notes.
Yeah. That's one of your highest rated.
It is the highest part.
It is.
I mean, yeah, definitely one of the best movies I've seen. Probably, I'd say in my life.
Literally, one of the
that good.
I was shell shocked when we left. She's not exaggerating. When we left the theater, I also wasn't. I was honestly just excited to have a good time with Helina and Alex and Manas when I went.
Yeah.
And so my expectations were already low, and I was completely flabbergasted. Okay. I didn't know. I also am a sucker for musicals of any format.
She is.
And the fact that there was the music element was in there, and then all the things that I learned, and then, you know, the weight of like, you know, again, I I feel like I need to do a better job of really understanding Black history and things like that. Just all of it mixed together. I had no notes.
Yeah, it's like it's shocking to even think that movies could still be this good. You know,
Wow.
like every time I don't know. Lately, you see a movie, you're kind of like, yeah, but
Yeah.
it hasn't. This hit like
Hits.
just
And I
everything.
will watch it again. I've only seen it once as of this recording.
will
I
see
will
the third
watch it
time,
again.
yeah. Maybe when it's out on streaming.
And I
or
feel
whatever.
like I only really scratched the surface when it comes to the history in like doing research for this recording, but there's more.
Yeah.
There's more to break down, and I will.
for sure. Like this was not enough. I don't even think we.
I actually have
touched
more,
half-
but like I don't want to bore everybody.
Yeah,
But
we gotta cut to
Helina,
the feels.
we do have to cut to the feels.
Dang it.
We really, really, really appreciate you
Thank
for
you.
joining us.
Thanks for having me.
We hope to have you again.
Oh yeah.
We appreciate your analysis, your thoughts.
You guys
time.
You guys ate. Yeah. This is
Totally.
great. My podcast
Really-
debut.
Yeah, we are so happy to have you here. This was such a fun episode to dissect and like hearing your point of view in the movie and how you like comprehended certain scenes was super insightful and super cool. And yeah, we'll most definitely have you here again sometime soon.
Yeah, this podcast is elite. I'm so glad you guys. Thank you for giving me a platform to share my thoughts. Like, who am I? Like,
This platform is always open to you.
Thank you. Thanks for letting me, be a narcissist and just speak.
Girl,
like,
you're the least narcissistic person I've ever met.
Literally.
Oh, well, no, I'm kidding. Yeah. Love y'all. Much love.
Love you too, girly.
Until next time, ciao.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.